Hump Day. Welcome back to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller on June 26th. This is Wednesday, and we've got a little bit of a challenged Hump Day today. we've got a hump in the Hump Day. Yeah, just looking at the astrological chart for today, there are a few more challenged aspects, and I thought I would just focus on one quickly, and that pretty much involves the moon. So the moon is up in Aries. So if you are feeling that little bit of extra Aries zest and power, hey, go for it. But today, it could be a little bit challenged. It could be a little bit cranky in some areas. And I just thought I would point those out. Because while you can feel that aggression and you can move things forward and you can get things done with greater velocity, there are also a couple of choke points to be aware of. And primarily, this is for those of you who have been kind of following this and are doing this work of this soul transformational work. The moon is square, so that's a tense aspect. That is probably the most tense aspect. It's cranky. It's cranky to Saturn, and it's cranky to the North Node today. So there are a couple of ways you can frame this, and what I'm looking at is if you've been doing the work, nothing in our life is a straight line, right? They say the stock market moves in zigs and zags. Well, so does our soul growth. So do our emotions. So does just life. That's the Earth School. That's the design of this place. And it's part of the tension. It's that yin-yang that causes us to grow. We grow through the tensions. And we enjoy the expansions. But today is one of those days that pressing on with our soul growth could be a little bit challenging. So what I would do with this is not abandon the project. I would certainly stay with it. But when we have these challenging aspects you've been hearing me talk about on here of getting on the positive side of them, because there is a polarity in everything. So if you've got a challenge in the road, if you've got a roadblock up there and it looks like, there's a slowdown, construction zone coming, how are we going to play this? I'm picking up on the moon being the changeable entity that it is. It's only in a sign 2.5 days on average. Things change. Let's play with the changes that need to be made for our soul growth. So we're going to pull this tension with Saturn and the North Node up toward us, and we're going to look at what do I really need to change. Make change the focus word of today's soul growth. If you're not doing this work, go back and listen to the podcast from Sunday, this past Sunday that I released, the special edition, and that will tell you exactly what we're talking about here. And then you can just jump on board. It's not too late. The train is moving down the tracks, but you can still get on board, baby. And your soul would love to have you do it. So let's just make change the operative word today. What can I change? And let's throw some Aries in there. What can I change powerfully? Ooh, go out and make it a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.